make a very sharp distinction in your mind between success and happiness. These things are really orthogonal. And oftentimes they're actually opposite, in that to become happy, you're gonna have to let go of success, not chase more success. And that by chasing more success, you're actually making yourself miserable. It's also important to understand the fundamentals of how happiness works, because it works in very counterintuitive ways. Your success is a gross material thing. It's money in your bank account, it's cars, it's houses, it's your growing business, it's how many people know your name, it's your audience, your number of subscribers you have, all this, and it's going this direction, you see. And you just assume that, oh, well, this is the same thing as this, because as you're getting this, it's sort of addictive and it's stimulating, right? Oh, I got more subscribers. Like, oh, I got more money in my bank account. I got a new car. Oh, all that's addictive. And then, oh, I got a new girlfriend. Look, she came to me because she saw my success. Oh, okay. And so now you think, oh, now I'm really living the good life. And you're living into this illusion of success. And now, by that point, you're completely 180 degrees now in the opposite direction of happiness. And the trick with this is that the reason this is such an easy separation that happens is because happiness, what is happiness? It's such an airy-fairy thing. It's an emotion, it's a feeling. And many people live their life as though they're very rational and pragmatic. So a rational, pragmatic person, when he puts on the scale happiness over here, this airy-fairy feeling of happiness, and then a car, a house, lots of stocks, money in your bank account, and a hot girlfriend or a husband and a family and vacations and fancy Italian restaurants and all this stuff over here, which one is he gonna value more? It takes a lot of wisdom to value this over all of this. Your problem in life is not that you lack success. That is not why you're unfulfilled. That is a huge part of this illusion. We tell ourselves that, man, if I was just doing a little better for myself, that would really do it for me in life. My life would be great. That is not the problem. The problem is that you fundamentally misunderstand how happiness works. That's the real problem. Because if you really understood what happiness is and how happiness works, you would not be under this spell, mesmerized by this illusion of success, chasing it. Success is largely about manipulating reality to fit you. Happiness is the opposite of that. It's about surrendering yourself to reality. This is where people go wrong, is they misunderstand this. Surrendering yourself to reality and not getting the things you want. See, you think that to be happy, you need to get all the things you want. And the more you go and you pursue these things and you get them, eventually you will realize what I'm telling you here now, which is that actually happiness is about being okay and happy with exactly whatever you have, even if you have nothing. Happiness is not something you acquire. It's your capacity to surrender yourself to this very moment right now. You need to grasp this to such a deep level that your entire life starts to unravel. And the reason your life is going to start to unravel, and it's going to be scary, is because you've spent probably 20 or 30 years of your life, if not more, building this entire house of cards of success on this assumption that it would make you fulfilled. And it's very difficult to admit to yourself that it's not going to work. I really need you to understand that you can never, ever, ever, never, ever have happiness. Happiness is not something you have. It's not something you acquire. You can only be happy right now with exactly what is, without manipulating what is, without trying to make it better, without trying to make it fit your desires. Happiness is about making your desires fit reality and not about making reality fit your desires. You see how it's exactly the opposite of what we're taught by our culture it is? And no wonder then that so many people are not truly happy, even though they project a veneer of happiness. What you really want in your life is you want to develop a connection to being. And being is that which is right now whether there's something's going wrong with your kids, or you didn't get the new job you wanted, you didn't get the promotion you wanted, or your car broke down, you got a flat tire, or you have a health problem, or you're running low on money. Whatever your situation is, if you're connected with being, you can be happy through that, regardless of that. That's unconditional happiness. So just think about this. Do you want to be conditionally happy or unconditionally happy? Which do you want? To be conditionally happy means that your happiness depends upon success, freedom, money, your comfort, the possessions you have, and everything basically going your way. Think of how fragile that is. Does that strike you as a wise strategy for living life, to be conditionally happy, to be putting yourself further and further into a situation of conditional happiness? You can be happy without relying on success, freedom, money, or comfort. Now you might say, but Leo, getting X, whatever X is, money, sex, husband, marriage, whatever, kids, getting X will make me happier. I know that in the past, these things have made me happier. I get something I like and then I'm happier. Look very closely at that. It only seems so. The key word here being seems. It seems so. But really, this getting X is like a drug. You get X and it boosts your mood a little bit, but then a week later, you're just back down the baseline and you need another hit, and another hit, and another hit, and another hit. But in the long run, it never works. You're just delaying the real inner growth that needs to happen in order to develop your connection with being. You're just putting that off till another day, to another day, to another day, because you keep telling yourself, no, just one more thing, one extra thing. Let me just acquire that house or that girlfriend or that yacht or that whatever. And that will do it for me. If I just get that one thing. But then notice you've been doing that your whole life and it hasn't really worked. And you keep saying, no, I just need that one extra thing. This time I know it'll really work. Do you really think it'll work? Think about it. Really take a look at all the stuff you've acquired in your life and how it hasn't really made you fulfilled. And in fact, the more you acquire, the more miserable you become. You know, a drug addiction can take up quite a bit of your time and waste a lot of energy. But a success addiction, nothing eats up time and energy like a success addiction. It'll eat up decades. And also, once you acquire the success and the money, what are you gonna do with it? You're gonna use it to buy comfort, aren't you? And comfort is extremely addictive as well. So the success feeds comfort, and then the comfort feeds the desire for more comfort, which then necessitates pursuing more success. And so your life becomes about maximizing comfort, without realizing that maximizing comfort is not how you develop fulfillment in life. You need to deeply grasp that what you want is happiness, not success itself. And then when you grasp that, then try to convince yourself to pursue the happiness directly. Eliminate all the side roads, all the detours, go straight for the happiness and see what that means for your life. It might mean some radical stuff. Don't get sidetracked by the parade of chimps. The parade of chimps are all these people, these chimps in suits, these chimps in tuxedos that you see on the cover of Time magazine, who are put up there as these successful chimps that you're supposed to emulate. This whole illusion needs to be shattered. When you do that, you will be on track for some of the biggest growth that you've ever experienced in your life.